Hey everyone, welcome to the Billion Stories. Starting a business from scratch can be daunting, but with the right planning and execution, it can be a reality. In this video, we are going to explore the basics of how to start a business from nothing in 2022. From researching your industry to set up your finances, we'll cover everything you need to get your business off the ground. So, whether you're dreaming of starting your own restaurant or becoming the next big tech entrepreneur, keep watching until the end for 10 step-by-step guide on how to start a business from nothing in 2022. So, let's get started. Step number 1. Decide what type of business to start. When you're starting a business, one of the first decisions you have to make is what type of business to start. There are many options, each with its own advantages and disadvantages. Starting a business is one of the toughest decisions you will ever make. There are so many things to think about. What kind of business should I start? What are the key components of success? And how do I get started? The best way to decide what sort of business to start is to ask yourself some questions. What are your talents and passions? What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? What can you see yourself doing every day for the next 5 years? These are all important factors to consider when starting a business. You also need to think about the key components of success. What does your target market look like? Is there a demand for your product or service? Are you comfortable with taking risks? Do you have the financial resources to start and sustain your business? After considering these questions, you can move to select the best profitable business ideas for you. Step number 2. Do research and find the best business ideas. What makes a good business idea? There is no one specific answer to this question. Some people might say that a good business idea is something that fills a need in the market, while others might say it's an idea that solves a problem. There are also those who believe that the best business ideas are original and innovative, while others think it's more important to be practical and focused on what customers want. Ultimately, there is no right or wrong answer. It's up to each individual business owner to decide what makes a good business idea for them. However, there are some things to keep in mind when trying to come up with an idea for a new business. First, it's important to do your research and make sure you're aware of what's already out there. Lack of proper research is one of the biggest reasons many businesses have failed because they were competing with something that was already established. How to choose the right business idea. When it comes to starting your own business, it's important to choose the right idea for you. Not every business is a good fit for every person, so it's important to do your research and find something that you're passionate about. Here are a few tips for choosing the right business idea for you. 1. Ask yourself what you're good at. What are your strengths and weaknesses? There are a few things to consider when choosing the right business idea. First, think about what you're good at. What do you enjoy doing? What are you passionate about? What are your strengths? One's strengths and weaknesses can be important factors in choosing the right business ideas. For example, someone with strong marketing skills may want to consider a business that involves promoting a product or service. On the other hand, someone who is not very good at marketing may want to consider a business that does not rely heavily on marketing efforts. Once you know what you're good at, think about what needs exist in the market that you can fill. What are people looking for that you can provide? Finally, make sure there's a market for your product or service and that you can realistically make a profit. 2. Think about what you need in order to be successful. What are the necessary skills and resources? The most important skills for choosing the right business ideas are creativity, business acumen, and market research. To be successful, you need to be able to come up with innovative ideas and then assess their feasibility and potential profitability. You also need to be aware of the current market conditions and small business trends so that you can identify opportunities. 3. Consider your lifestyle and goals. What kind of hours do you want to work? What do you want to achieve financially? When choosing a business idea, it's important to consider your lifestyle and goals. What hours do you want to work? What kind of income do you need? There are a number of different business models to choose from, so it's important to find the one that best suits your needs. 4. Evaluate the potential market for your business idea. Is there a demand for your product or service? How competitive will the market be? These are important questions to ask before you start a business with zero in 2022. It's also important to do some research and to make sure that there is a demand for your product. The best way to determine this is to talk to people who would be potential customers and get their feedback. What are the risks and potential rewards? When it comes to starting your own business, you need to think about the risks and potential rewards of each option and choose the one that's best for you. The best way to determine this is to talk to people who would be potential customers and get their feedback. Consider the cost of starting a business and see if it's worth it to you. Initiating a business can be costly and time-consuming. You have to consider the cost of materials and resources, the time it will take to make a profit, and the amount of money you will need to keep the business afloat in the beginning. Otherwise, your business may fail. What does your community need? When you consider starting your own business, it's important to choose an idea that will be successful in your community. Do some research and see if there is a demand for the type of product or problem solution you want to offer. Do you have a clear vision of your future business? Instituting a business can be an incredibly rewarding experience, but make sure you have a clear vision of your future business and what you hope to achieve. So, doing research and selecting the most profitable business idea will be more efficient when considering a great business. Step number 3. Select a business model. Trending business models increases your chance of success. When you think to start your business, it is important to select a profitable trending business model with less startup costs possible to increase your chance of success. There are a variety of models to choose from, but it is important to select one that is in line with your skills and interests. Some popular models include online businesses, service businesses, and product businesses. It is also important to research the competition and make sure there is room for another player in the market. By selecting a trending business model and doing your homework, you can give yourself the best chance for success. Step number 4. Come up with a business name. When you start your entrepreneurship, it is important to come up with a business name. The business name will be the first impression of your company to potential customers. It is also important to make sure that the name you choose is available as a domain and .com address. You should also make sure that the name is not trademarked by another company. Step number 5. Write a business plan. What is a business plan? A business plan is a document that outlines the goals and objectives of a company, as well as the strategies and tactics that will be used to achieve them. It also includes a detailed financial forecast and describes the company's management and ownership structure. What are the components of a business plan? There are many different components that can be included in a business plan. However, some of the most common ones include a description of the business, an overview of the industry, a market analysis, a description of the product or service, a marketing plan, a financial plan, and a management team overview. How to create the best business plan? It is difficult to give an exact answer to this question, as the best business plan will vary depending on the specific business and its goals. However, there are some key elements that all successful business plans should include. First, your business plan should outline your business goals and how you plan to achieve them. It should also describe your target market and how you plan to reach them. What is the role of creating a business plan? The purpose of a business plan is to provide a roadmap for the business. It should outline the goals of the business, how it plans to achieve those goals, and the financials of the business. A business plan is essential for any new business and can be helpful for existing businesses as well. Additionally, a business plan can help you secure funding from investors or lenders, and it can be used as a roadmap to help you achieve your business goals. Step number 6. Financing your business. Financing is important for any new business, but especially for startups. Without adequate financing, a business may not be able to get off the ground or may have to scale back its plans. There are a variety of ways to fund your business. You can use your own money, borrow money from friends or family, take out a loan from a bank or other lending institution, or raise money from investors. It's important to do your research and choose the option that is best for your business. Here are some of the common financing options for business. Government grants and loans. Investing. Crowdfunding. Pitch to investors. Bootstrap. Crowdfunding. Bank loans. Venture capitalists, etc. Step number 7. Set up your business. How to set up your business. There are a few important things to consider when setting up your business. First, you need to decide what type of business you want to create. There are many different types of businesses, so you need to choose one that fits your skills and interests. The best type of business to choose depends on your specific situation and goals. Some factors to consider include the amount of money you have to invest, the amount of risk you're willing to take, how much time you want to spend managing your business, and what type of business you want to run. There are a few different types of business structures to choose from, including sole proprietorship, partnership, corporation, and limited liability company. The process of register your business. When starting your entrepreneurship business, one of the first things you need to do is register it with the state. The process can be daunting, but with the help of a qualified attorney or online service, it can be relatively easy. Here is a basic overview of what you need to do in order to register your business. 1. Choose a business name and check to see if it's available. 2. File articles of incorporation with your state's Secretary of State. 3. Create a business bank account. 4. Get a federal tax ID number. 5. Register with the state tax authority. You can usually find all of the information you need on the website of the state government. Step number 8. Organize, manage, and evaluate your business operations. What do you need to do to run your business? Operations are the process of creating and delivering a product or service. In order to run your business, you need to have a clear understanding of your operations process and how it affects your customers and bottom line. You should also have systems in place to track progress and measure results. There are a few different licenses and permits you may need to get to operate your business. For example, if you're selling products, you'll need a seller's permit. If you're hiring employees, you'll need a federal employer identification number. You can find a list of all the licenses and permits you may need on the Small Business Administration website. Creating a plan and setting goals. To run a business, you need to have a clear vision and mission for your company, as well as a plan for how you will achieve your goals. You'll also need to develop a strong brand identity and make sure you have the resources you need to succeed. Finally, you'll need to be able to execute your plan effectively and efficiently. Organizing and staffing your operation. When considering organizing and staffing your business operation, there are a few things to consider. You need to think about what kind of business you are running and what kind of employees you need. Next, you need to create a job description for each position and post it online or in a local newspaper. Finally, you need to interview candidates and choose the best one for the job. Producing and delivering your product or service. You need to make sure you have the resources to produce and deliver your product or service. Second, you need to make sure that your production process is efficient and can meet demand. And finally, you need to make sure that your delivery process is reliable and can get your product or service to your customers quickly and efficiently. Managing customer interactions. Managing customer interactions at a business is important because it helps to create and maintain positive customer relationships. This can help to increase customer loyalty and encourage them to return in the future. Additionally, good customer service can help to build brand awareness and create positive word-of-mouth marketing. Evaluating and improving your operations. Evaluating and improving your business operations means assessing your current operations and making changes to improve efficiency and effectiveness. This may involve streamlining processes, improving communication, or making other changes to improve how your business functions. It's important to regularly evaluate and improve your operations in order to stay competitive and ensure that your business is running as smoothly as possible. Step number 9. Marketing and promoting your business. Marketing and promoting your business are both important aspects to consider when starting or growing a company. Marketing is the process of creating awareness and interest in a product or service, while the promotion is the act of getting people to buy or use that product or service. There are many different marketing and promotional tactics you can use, but it's important to tailor them to your specific business and target audience. One common mistake businesses make is not spending enough time on marketing and promotion. Without a solid marketing plan in place, you may not be able to reach as many potential customers as you'd like, and you may not be able to generate the sales you need to grow your business. Promotion is also key, as it's the best way to get people interested in what you're selling. Here are the few things you keep in your mind when you consider marketing your business. How to promote and ways to promote your business. Small businesses have to be creative when it comes to marketing their products and services. There are many ways to promote your business, but some methods are more effective than others. In order to get the most out of your marketing efforts, it's important to understand which strategies will work best for your company. One of the most popular ways to promote a business is through online advertising. This can include things like paid search results, banner ads, and social media marketing. Paid advertising can be expensive, but it can be very effective if done correctly. It's important to target the right audience and make sure your ads are relevant to your customers. Another great way to market a small business is through word-of-mouth advertising. This involves getting your customers to spread the word about your company on their own. The importance of branding in your business. Branding is extremely important in the business world. It's what sets you apart from your competitors and can make or break your business. A strong brand creates trust with customers and promotes loyalty, which can result in increased sales and profits. A good branding strategy can also help you attract new customers and expand into new markets. There are many elements to a successful branding strategy, but some of the most important are a recognizable logo, consistent marketing messages, and positive customer experiences. You also need to be sure that your brand is aligned with your company's mission and values. The importance of customer service in your business. Customer service is one of the most important aspects of any business. A company's success depends on its ability to provide good customer service and meet the needs of its customers. In order to promote your business, you need to ensure that your customer service is excellent. Your customers are the lifeblood of your business. They are the ones who keep your company afloat, so it's important to make them feel valued. You should go out of your way to satisfy their needs and exceed their expectations. Set up the social channels, website, and get visible. When you start a business in 2022, it's important to create a website and social media accounts to help promote your business. A website is a great way to showcase your products or services, and social media accounts can help you reach new customers and build relationships with existing customers. There are a number of platforms you can use for social media accounts, such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You'll want to choose the platforms that are most relevant to your business and target audience. Once you've set up your website and social media accounts, be sure to actively promote them on your other marketing channels, such as your email newsletters, blog posts, and print materials. And don't forget to track the results so you can see how well your efforts are working. Step number 10. Evaluation and correction of mistakes. Making mistakes is inevitable in business. However, if you take the time to evaluate and correct your mistakes, you can improve your results. When you make a mistake, don't just ignore it. That will only make things worse. Take some time to figure out what went wrong and how you can fix it. If you don't have a system for correcting mistakes, you're going to struggle to improve your business. Every business has different needs, so there's no single correct way to do things. However, there are some general guidelines that you can follow. What are some initial steps to take after you launch your business and run it? You have started your own business. Now what? The initial steps are setting goals and keeping your business on track. You will also need to evaluate your progress. One of the most important things is to set goals. What do you want your business to achieve? What are your targets? Without targets, it is difficult to measure success. Make sure that your goals are attainable and realistic, though. It is also important to keep your business on track. This means staying focused on the goals you have set and not letting distractions get in the way. It is also important to evaluate your progress regularly. How well are you doing against your targets? Are there areas that need improvement? This can help you course correct if necessary. Regular evaluation will help ensure that your business stays on track and achieves its goals. Conclusion. Following these tips should help you successfully run your business. Now that your business is off the ground and running, it's important to keep track of your finances, stay organized, and market and advertise your business. Additionally, it's important to remain active on social media and update your website with fresh content regularly. If you face any problem, take a step back and assess the situation. What went wrong and why? Once you have a good understanding of the problem, you can start looking for solutions. There are many ways to correct a mistake, so find the one that works best for your business. By doing these things, you'll help keep your business running smoothly and continue to attract new customers. I hope you found this video very useful and informative to create your own business. Please give us a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way. Thanks for watching.